man.
You've been tearing it up offensively.
God.
Grand slam, big homer the night before. When you're at the plate, do you think Hot Take Central, do we inspire you?
Yeah.
That's actually my first thought when I step in the box. I said, "Man, I got to hit a home run for the boys on the show."
Put that up. Make a promo. Cole, make a promo.
How'd that grand slam feel for you, dude?
Well,
that was
it was a
fantastic.
position play.
I don't care.
Come on now.
I don't care.
It counts.
Hey, they all count the same. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. It's a tougher at-bat facing the position player because you don't know what they're going to do. They might throw a knuckleball. They might throw one in there 90 miles an hour. They might throw one 30 miles an hour. So, it felt good. It felt good.
Yeah, baby.
Can't lie.
And you know what?
Yeah,
you
baby.
deserve that homer.
Damn right.
I can't remember who it was last year. Was it Michael A. Taylor? Was it last year that somebody robbed you of a homer, and it was like one of the best catches of the season? So you deserve.
Damn
Who
right.
was it? Was that last year?
Yeah, that was last year off of Zach Greinke.
Yeah.
Michael A. Taylor got me. Yep.
See, it all comes around. It all evens out.
And
Yep, that's
You're a good dude.
he also deserves it because he was poorly treated, not by Bally's. Bally's treats kids and all the Cardinals great.
Yeah.
But he was poorly treated by ESPN, where you were named player of the game and had to stand there. Tell us about that, please.
Yeah, last game in Boston. Got player of the game, got the interview after the game. I'm all excited. Sunday Night Baseball. I'm fired up. They grabbed me right away, right after the game, right when we come through shaking hands. Everybody's excited. And I leave my catching gear on. They put the headset on. I'm staring at the ESPN camera for about a solid minute. And then all of a sudden, the camera guy, signals hey, we don't need you anymore. And I'm like, okay, I guess there's no interview. They tell me they switched it over to hockey, that my interview wasn't important enough.
You should have pretended to talk into the microphone, though, so
Yeah,
that everybody watching,
exactly.
in the stadium would have thought that you're doing the interview. Hey, so I know they track everything these days in terms of exit, velo, and launch angle and all that, but I got to think your homer at Fenway, it has to be close to the best ball you've ever hit in the big leagues. Was it? And I'm telling you, you've probably seen it. That angle of behind the plate where they show that pitch coming down and you destroy it, it's a beautiful parabola. It's just the way, immediately you know it's gone. That was a beautiful swing.
Yeah, that was definitely the most majestic home run I've ever hit. I think at that exit velo and that launch angle and the way the lights are in Fenway, it just was, it just looked amazing. But as far as distance, I think it is up there with one of the farthest ones I've hit. 432 feet. I don't know how much more I have in the tank to hit it any further. So, yeah, it was definitely one of my best bolts.
And we didn't know at the time they were going to check on it, so I don't know if anyone got a hold of you. But you came into the game last night as a pinch runner. You may be the first pinch runner to ever hit a grand slam in the game in which you came in as a pinch runner. Did you hear anything about that?
Actually, let me pull it up. They texted me and said that a pinch runner has hit a grand slam in the same inning he entered the game. That was the third time in MLB history. The most recent time was 2008, Rajay Davis. And then the time before that was in 1959, Gene Stevens for Boston. Pinch ran for Ted Williams.
Dang.
How about that?
Piece of history for kids. Now, I will say, when I was interviewing you post-game, Miles Michaelis was doing a lot of chirping, saying, I was a position player. Why are you talking to him? What's that all about? What's that all about?
Miles, he loves keeping me honest, Miles, he's one of my good buddies, and, we always talk crap back and forth, and, I think he and deep down, I think he probably was one of the most excited for me to hit a home run. I heard that he calls, every time I come into the plate, he calls that I'm going to hit a home run. So, but, he just likes to talk and, keep it funny in the clubhouse.
No, we like that, man. Hey, is there anybody maybe a pitcher you grew up watching or admiring, maybe a Shohei Ohtani? If you hit a bomb off a Shohei, would you want the ball back?
I always try to get my home run balls back. I don't know I think I might have a chance. Maybe somebody got the one from yesterday since I hit it in the bullpen. But, winning 18-1, I'm sure the guys in that bullpen probably just threw that ball in the trash can or tossed it to a fan.
Yeah.
But as far as a certain pitcher, it really doesn't matter to me. I never really grew up admiring too many pitchers, and if I did, they're probably all retired by now.
Yeah, I get you.
So, Kiz, the last week or so, you guys have gotten hot as a team. You're hitting better, obviously, on a personal level. So Wilson Contreras catches last night. Have you been told, though, moving forward about will you be catching a little more? I would think with the way you played and hit the last week or so, is it going to be more of a timeshare? What do you know on that front?
I don't know too much. I think I definitely, over the last, whatever it was, 10, 12 games, proved that I can get in there and help contribute and help the team win. And that's really all I was focused on was doing my job, doing my part. And I hope that moving forward that, I'm able to get in there a little bit more consistently and continue to help this team win.
I've talked to you about this before, but you're like, if you're not in the starting lineup, right, you still go about it the same way. You still prepare the same way, don't you?
Absolutely. And sometimes it's even more important to be extra prepared when you're not playing, because the times you do get in the game, it might be extra innings. It's going to be late in the game in a big spot, and you're really going to have to know that scouting report because it's going to be in crunch time.
So we broke a little news with the whole debacle that ESPN did you wrong. I thank you for saving that for us, because I wanted to break that story right here on Hot Take Central. Here's another thing I tweeted out. You mentioned when the pitchers call the home runs. Now, I've been asked a lot on social media, that hamburger phone that Waino has, you see it every once in a while make an appearance in the dugout. I asked Waino what that's about, because you just see it here and there. Cam doesn't watch enough of the game to see all the little details.
Wow.
Get on with yourself.
Cam fakes like he watched the whole game.
No,
but
Kiz.
we fill him in.
No, don't. I watch you, Kiz.
No, hold on real quick. I don't mean to interrupt. I would never do this, but Cam basically said that last night's game was so out of hand, by the time you hit your granny, he's already watching hockey.
I was
How about
watching
that?
a hockey
He
game.
didn't even see it live because he's like, this game's over.
It's a game 7.
I'm watching hockey.
That's a fair point. I think we had that one under control. I'm not going to fault anybody to switch it over to some playoff hockey.
You missed it.
See,
I think
this is a good dude.
I think it's disgraceful. But anyway, you guys got that little hamburger, cheeseburger phone. So I asked Waino, so help me understand this. So apparently it's a marker when one of the pitchers is calling the shot, meaning predicting a home run for Knizner, whoever's coming up to the plate. They put the hamburger or the cheeseburger phone out there to let everyone know they're calling the shot. Do I have that correct?
That is correct. Now I will say, the hamburger phone, I'm not in on that. Like I didn't create that. I don't know where that hamburger phone came from. But you are correct that the phone is used to call home runs. If you want to call a home run, you got to walk over to the hamburger phone, flip it open, dial it up, and ring, ring.
So that's a marker. So we're breaking news here. The other thing is, I've never asked about this, but you had the pepper grinder, then you had the salt shaker, then you got rid of that. Now you got the elbow thing.
Yeah, baby.
What's the elbow thing about?
Elbow is there's really not much behind the elbow. It's just kind of just like like a MMA type
Yeah, baby.
elbow hammering the ball type, elbowing the ball type thing. There's not too much story behind that one.
Kiz, it's Cole here.
Oh, boy.
Jeez Louise.
Cole is our new producer,
Yeah.
and he has to go, Cole here.
Yeah, I have to
Hey, Cole
introduce
here.
myself before I ask questions. So after a game where you just bury the other team like that, do you just wake up the next morning feeling good, ready to go? How much momentum can you take from the opening game of a series like that?
Oh, it's definitely a lot of momentum. I mean, that game last night, the biggest thing about that game is when you score 18 runs and you only give up one, everybody in the clubhouse is happy. Pitchers are happy, hitters are happy, coaches are happy. So when everybody's happy, there's definitely a good positive vibe rolling. And heading into today, that energy is just going to carry over, and hopefully it translates to another win, because we need to put it on the Brewers.
So, Kiz, I think we asked you this a year or so ago, but I don't have a good memory. But I'm guessing, North Carolina State, are you a Carolina Hurricanes fan? Are you a diehard? What's going on?
I do cheer for the Canes just because I spent so much time in Raleigh. But growing up, I was a Penguins fan. My dad's from Pittsburgh, so I was a Penguins Steelers fan growing up. So that's who I would cheer for.
We found common ground.
Cole is a Pittsburgh guy.
Cole loves everything.
And also, can we ask him real quick, because I think Kiz would be a good barometer here. Our guy Cole, who we love, but we like to kind of chirp each other. Cole will come in some days, and he'll wear both a Notre Dame shirt, but also like an Ohio State hat.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, you can't. I understand if you go one article of clothing college and one pro, but can you wear two colleges on the same day?
This is
Unless you went to both colleges, I don't know if you can.
Explain, Cole.
Yeah.
Explain your situation.
okay. I grew up a Notre Dame fan, diehard Notre Dame fan in Columbus, Ohio, and went to Ohio State. But I'm still a Notre Dame sports fan. That's my situation.
Don't wear them together.
Yeah. Figure it out.
I don't
It
wear
is
them
tough,
together.
though. That's kind of like a rivalry, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
almost like if you had like some Penn State socks on. It's like
No, he
you can't
does.
really have all three.
No, he's got Penn State socks on. He's got a Blue Jackets hat. It's all over the place.
Where in the Pittsburgh area is your dad from?
He's Greensburg, Youngwood area.
Gotcha. Is there any chance that you've heard of the town Steubenville, Ohio?
I don't know.
That's all right.
Okay, Cole.
You just
Cole,
ruined the
Cole,
internet.
We've had
saying.
enough.
Hey, Primanti, how about
We've had enough.
Primanti Brothers sandwiches with the fries? You like those?
Yes.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
in on it.
Those are good.
All right.
Those are good.
But we don't have to go, I think we got too deep into the
I was
woods.
just seeing.
No, see, I like that.
Cole, can you apologize
No,
to Kisner?
Just
He might not
apologize.
come on next week.
Apologize to him real quick.
Kiz, I'm sorry Charlie dragged us into that.
All good.
So, Kiz, I want you to know we're proud of you.
Yeah, man.
We love that you come on the show each and every week, and that if we had enough money as a station to get Hot Take Central hats, we'd give you one
Yep.
so you'd wear it in the post-game interviews and give us a little publicity. But we don't have enough money for that. All we can do is say thank you and keep
And
it
cheer
going.
you on.
Yes.
Hey, thank you, guys.
All right, big dog. Go do your thing. We'll be watching.
Sounds good. I'll see y'all.
All right,
See you, Kiz.
Andrew Knizner.
Cardinals are 11-9 when Kisner gets an at bat.
I was wondering where the next question was going to be from Cole.
You know what?
Do you
though?
like fries?
Oh, come on now.
I'm just asking.
Wait. It doesn't make sense. They're 11-9 when Kisner gets an at-bat.
Yeah.
He's been in more games than that.
I just looked that up.
When he's at
actually.
the plate, he's gotten. Maybe he's been a defensive substitution, but he's only hit in 20 games.
Are we counting at bats or plate appearances?
Oh. He was confident too, Jimmy.
Wait, I think
This
he's
is a good
right. I was
preview
just
for
looking at his
trivia.
He
numbers.
was confident.
Uh-oh, did I just ruin a trivia question?
No,
No,
just
no.
the fact checking that goes
We can-
into
we
it,
can find
and
another
all
one.
my errors that
Well, we
I've
do
made.
like to have facts on this
Of
show.
course.
All I said is
He's
I
absolutely
thought.
right.
I
He's
could
played
be
in-
wrong.
he's
I
played
just
in
questioned-
20
He's just asking.
He's played in 20 games.
He's hit in 20 games.
Well, he's also played
Okay.
in 20 games.
doctors.
65 plate appearances, 62 ABs. This boy's slugging, by the way. He's slugging the last
dude.
month.
He's slugging.
Yeah, how about this? In his last 11 games, his OPS 917.
Dang. He's smashing.
The kid's dog is hot.
Why is Holly messing with him now?
I think you do have to play him a little bit more. A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit more.
While
Maybe
he's hot, yeah.
60-40.
And Paul DeYoung. And I'm not even a big Paul DeYoung guy, but if he's raking like that, you got to have him in the lineup.
I didn't want to say this, but Kisner's going to be in center field tonight. We're going with him as a center field.
They're going to say that, and then the media is going to go crazy, and they're going to say, no, he's not in center field. They're going to go, media, why are you doing this to us? You're the one.
It's our
Do
fault.
you not like us?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
How
wait,
dare you.
I know we said he was going to play outfield, but wait, now you're mad at us.
Ignore that.
It's your fault, media.
Of course it is. Oh, what were Kiz and Hicks giggling about at the end of the outing on Sunday?
Just dominating.
Domination? I
We're
don't
having
know.
fun, man. You know, we've bashed this team
Yeah, man.
for 10 days, people. Let them enjoy their wins, for
Yeah, man.
God's sakes.
Yeah, but as,
Yeah, man.
as a guy who likes to monetize,
Yeah, it's terrible,
is it terrible when they win?
relatively speaking.
But if they get on a real big roll and let's say, they rattle off 14 straight wins, they're over 500, they're fighting for the top spot in the Central, and everything's great, guys are red hot, would you still be able to get as many clicks as when things are terrible?
I think if the team's really good, especially in the postseason. Now, I know nobody cares about this, but the Wilson Contreras saga, the views were higher than they've ever been, eclipsing the Rams lawsuit, which was November of 2021. So that just shows you. So anybody in the Cardinals that are like, why is everybody, it's clickbait. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Because the whole baseball world doesn't know what you're doing. It was the most viewed, most interest in 2.5 years.
And you're
Now, to be fair, the
you
channel
have more followers.
but the channel has grown over. But still, I'm talking about peaks and valleys. That Rams lawsuit was an international story, and the Contreras story got more views because it's more of a Cardinals channel.
Our top 3 podcast segments of the last month. Number 1 was the opening day right after Flaherty went after Cat when we came back and discussed that. Number 2 was Wilson Contreras, and number 3 was when Cat called in to talk about Flaherty.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Flaherty also.
If you're going to be bad, be interesting.
That whole week, because it was Contreras and then it was Flaherty right on top of it. But that's why it ticks me off. Oh, media, clickbait. No, it's actually people who are very interested in this story, and they're watching and listening for hours and hours and hours because it's so odd. It's not clickbait at all.
No, it's also fans, and fans are customers. And if they're interested in it, that's
We're
going to
talk about it,
because it means they care. I've said that all along. Like if someone wants to bash, I get it because you're a fan and you're unhappy when the team you root for and spend your money on isn't playing well. I get it, and that's fair.
I appreciate it, Jim. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with them?
Nate.
Joe Buck said, "Hey, it's Charlie." What? What was that? What happened?
What was that?
Joe Buck said, "Hey, it's Charlie." I don't get it.
I don't get it
from
either.
yesterday.
What did I say?
I don't know.
Is that me trying to be like Cole?
No, that was about
Probably.
whether or not Martin Kilcoyne would bust your balls if you introduced yourself to Joe Buck on a
Yes.
call.
I said I would.
I heard he's having Joe Buck on his podcast.
Probably for the second time. Love you, Martin. I wouldn't do that though, but now I will do it because I think it's funny. So now I think
it's going to be a pony show.
That's a good question,
I think
Cole.
everybody.
Thanks.
I do. Here's what I love
Except
about
for,
Cole.
well, the 5 other ones weren't, but
I feel like Cole's
I didn't know it was gonna
hold
go
on,
there.
Cole's getting too much love versus Seth, though. This is
I
what I'm worried
agree.
about.
I agree.
But here's what I love about Cole.
He's a new shiny
the guy
object.
that you got to go to.
Yes. Here's what I love about Cole. He got his question in. Good question. He might even done the second one, but you know what I like? He pressed his luck.
He did.
He went for the third one about the neighborhood,
He kept
which I
going.
like.
Jimmy
like,
kept going.
No,
I
you
didn't
never
like that
know.
either.
I knew it was
No,
going to go off the
But,
cliff. I knew
but it doesn't matter because it was interesting because like I like the fact because he probably just
Ballsy.
had, he goes that first question good, second one still good. He goes I'm going to press my luck.
Yes,
I'm
he
going to
did.
ask him the very obscure Steubenville,
What's your favorite
Ohio,
color?
What's your favorite neighborhood in Pittsburgh?
God.
I like it. I like
So
it.
do you like this? Do you like that?
I got to give
Do you
Charlie
like stuff?
credit. Charlie, I give you some credit, too, because you saved me, because after that, you stepped in with the Permanis brothers, and that lifted his mood right back up.
But hold on. To be fair,
Recreating momentum.
Kiz is the type of guy you can ask him that question.
Yeah.
Because he's a fun-loving guy, and even if he doesn't know, he's going to be polite. Now,
Cole would have kept on going.
If you ask that question to someone else,
It's not like leading off an interview by mispronouncing a guy's name.
Oh,
like if you ask,
Jimmy,
if you ask
Leroy.
Bader, like Bader, Bader would not have played ball.
Right.
Bader would not have played ball, which is why he was traded.
And Seth,
exactly right.
It's time to praise Seth. Like you said, is he outshining Seth? Seth is a team player.
He is a team.
Yeah, but
Seth don't care.
Let's hear from him.
You're saying I'm all about myself?
Do you feel like no? But is Cole taking the percentage of talk time you got on the show? Do you feel like Cole is now encroaching on that?
No, it's his job.
Is it though? He's the producer.
I know.
Again, Cam
He can
Let
talk
him
whenever
stir
he
you
wants.
on Cam's shows, he wants the producer to talk at least 40%
This
of the
is
time.
this is him rebuilding, trying to get the rivalry going.
Got a break.
It's not.
Oh,
hey,
he's overstepped.
It's just an
and
inside
he's-
joke.
I want to kick
he's
it to
stealing
him
my
over you.
thunder.
Listen, I've been saying this. Charlie.
Now wait a second.
Charlie
Exactly.
is trying to. Charlie's the nicest. Oh, the rankings and everything. He's going to try to get you at some point. You're a team guy. I watch you during this. There is no like, hey, why is this guy? You're a team guy.
Yeah, I don't-
You're all for the show, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
No.
Don't let this guy ruin it for you.
I know.
No, first of all, you're all lying.
Damn, I'm right.
You are right.
No. Every day, there's a day where you're
Jimmy's
like,
right.
no, he's not. There's a day where you're like, hey, I kind of wanted to talk a little more. Everybody has that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering because Cole, he's coming in.
He's coming in
asking,
hot.
He's asking 3 straight questions. He goes, hey, do you know my Uncle Jim in Pittsburgh?
He's staring at this seat right here. That's what he's doing. He's
He
taking
wants-
over.
He wants your chair.
He's taking over.
As time has progressed, I've learned to pick my spots.
There it is.
I don't throw myself out there.
Oh, that was
like
a
when
shot.
I started.
That's kind of a shot.
No, it
Cole.
isn't. No, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
I'm
Five
talking about
questions in
me
a row?
I'm
specifically.
just joking.
What I've learned is that we got 3 hours to fill.
Fight.
Let's fill them.
Fight.
That's what
We
they
want you to
want.
hate each other.
Cole, we
Seth.
stick together.
Hey, Jim and I fight, okay?
Yeah.
You guys fight. Cam fights with
Yeah, but
text
don't
line.
create fights. Don't create the fights. So, Seth, I think after we've had some ups and downs along the way,
Yeah, no big deal.
I think
We're going up.
I
Trending up.
think you've gotten very comfortable in your role, where you don't feel threatened by anything because you're comfortable there.
No.
And if
When
you
I-
want to talk, you talk.
You talk.
You guys are going to mock me for this, but when I first started, I looked at you guys all as like big timers, you know,
Yeah.
former hockey, reporter,
What?
Fox 2 News,
And
every
we're
day.
out.
Monetize.
Now you guys are just my friends. Now it's like I look at you guys kind of.
So no longer
you know,
big time.
You're hanging
You
out
guys,
with
you
Jim
guys
in
are still
the
big
press
time, but like the more
Small
I get to
potato.
know you guys, then it doesn't feel like that as much.
Yeah.
It's not as overwhelming.
You hungry?
I'm
You
always
want something?
hungry.
You need
Don't
tickets?
give him a leftover.
No, they're good. My cat ate half of it, but
No, it's okay.
So-
all right, I'm sassy.
I got it's so degrading when you give him like a half of a.
It really is.
beef jerky.
You want anything?
Bribery.
You good? I'm just happy.
Oh, you want a couple pineapple chunks?
This is my
Here,
point.
I don't want it anymore. Take my garbage.
You want a water? Thirsty?
No, this is my point. You don't have to win me over anymore with
Really?
anything. You can keep your food.
Maybe I want to win you over. Maybe I want to keep winning you over, Seth, and one up and everybody else here because I actually give you things and I take you places. That's all.
Oh, really?
No big deal.
Anyone-
We
anyone-
partied
Pirates
down
tickets.
in Mardi Gras.
Pirates tickets last year to a game that was rained out and then made up for a split doubleheader.
You've done nothing for him. Jim
No,
has.
those
I
were-
got-
that
I
was-
got- I'm-
Broadcast booth.
You've done nothing for
Broadcast
Jim
booth.
has.
No.
Broadcast booth.
That
Jim
has
has.
zero value. My tickets had like a $280 actual monetary value.
Okay,
Broadcast
rate 'em.
booth has zero
Tickets
value.
he didn't want that he didn't
Broadcast
pay
booth-
for. Broadcast booth.
yeah.
You
It has
value 'em.
negative value. Like that would make my experience at the game
value.
worse.
All right, let's be very specific about your choices and rank them. Okay, tickets that he didn't pay for.
It doesn't
that you
matter.
could get
They're still tickets.
a granola bar that Cam ate half
But
of.
what about
or
partying?
or a visit to the booth?
$280. By the way, first are the Pirates
Now-
still in first place? They're close.
pretty
I know this
They're
was
not.
last year.
Second.
They're not.
They're close to first place. This was last year when they were bad, but the point is they were
They're
a
already
growing they were a
nosediving.
growing team that were growing into a first place team for a
He
month.
saw the potential.
You,
Second.
you golf?
No, I want to get into
well.
it this summer, which I know everybody says that every summer.
Yeah.
but I'm
you
a
got
left.
a long way to go, brother. Do you golf, Cole?
No, dude,
man.
I can't hit a
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
The other big thing too is I'm left-handed, so it's hard to find a set of clubs.
They got left-handed clubs everywhere, Seth.
You'd be surprised.
Even when you ask him, it's demeaning. It's like this. It's like, Seth, do you like dollar bills?
Seth, you
you
need
like
some money?
dollar bills?
Do you like girls? Do
Demeaning, yeah.
you like oxygen?
Hey, I'm just asking if he likes golf.
Seth, how does it feel to have them compete for your love?
I know it's overwhelming.
That's right.
How the tables have turned.
Funny how that works.
How the turntables
No, let's not
have
lose.
turned.
This isn't really about trying to win your admiration. This is about calling out Charlie for trying to put a wedge between you and Cole when there's no wedge to begin with.
I want to make sure there's no wedge. And by the way, I also think maybe Sharon can help, even if it's not
the first
with
lady.
First Lady of 590. Even if it's not with her friends, maybe daughters of friends. I think we should do a Cole versus Seth
Wheel off?
dating contest.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple girls, and we'll have single girls, and we'll have them come in and see who they want to date, and we'll have our sponsors. We'll set them up for a nice lunch at the Post. And
Who's in charge of finding the girls? Because I'm not allowed to do
no,
that.
the text line.
Oh, okay.
Sharon. Sharon finds daughters of her friends. Or like nieces.
Yeah. Yes.
Or
Yeah,
people
okay.
have babysitters and whatnot that are older.
They both have. I could see Cole just being very outgoing, talking to girls like, "Hey, da, da, da. Hey, what about the Pirates the other day?" So 2 years ago, when the Pirates were bad, and then Seth just sits there and has a cocktail. Seth will just chill. He's got his hair slicked back, doing his thing, and he's just soft-spoken and nice. That could be. I don't know.
So you're picking.
I
Sounds
might-
like you're picking
I might-
Seth as the favorite.
I've seen Seth in public because I've actually taken him places, and we partied, and I've seen him around girls.
Pirates game.
I've seen him around professional athletes. I've seen him around people, big group of people, and he's cool as hell. I haven't hung out with you yet. I have a feeling that you're going to talk sports the whole time, and that might not be. I'm just.
See, he's already typecasting you.
Well, yes.
It's okay. No,
He's got 15 different brands on.
He has to be. He is on a radio show
I'm just saying.
in front of a mic for 8 straight hours.
I got you
every
set.
day.
I think you would outwheel Cole right now. Now, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know enough about Cole, but
I got to see
I think
Cole's game.
I think Cole just talk, and
He's from
maybe
Ohio, though.
overtalk himself.
He's from Ohio.
And what's that mean?
He's got the glasses.
What does that mean? I'm from Ohio. They're not going to be like, ooh, I like you now. It doesn't work that
Mysterious.
way. Mysterious Ohio. They ain't going to do much.
Look, I'm not the biggest wheeler. I get a little bit awkward because I'm like, what's the right conversation starter? Once the conversation's
It's not
going,
going to be Notre Dame.
No.
It's not going to be Notre Dame.
No. And I don't want to do just like, hey, tell me about you. Like I gotta ease into the
There's always
conversation.
something. There's always something they have on. There's always something that's going on that you could talk about, or something that pops up, or something. What's good here? Ooh, what drink is that? Even though you know her drink, what is it?
Well, okay.
Fascinating.
That's the hard part for
it's
you.
A beer.
Because I don't drink a lot. I don't
Check,
drink
please.
like that.
So you like Miller? I don't know.
What do you think of Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light?
It's a good opener.
It's Tucker's birthday. That's what you lead with.
Just declare that it's Tucker's birthday.
Hey, Trump
How are you?
Trump did come out and say that if he's president, he's going to release the JFK files.
I'd like to see it, but they'll all be redacted.
You're right.
They always are redacted.
They already did that, I thought, and they were all redacted.
Not all of them.
Yeah, I want to see more. I want to see everything.
Tomorrow, I know we have trivia today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm in a text line, and let's have it actually be a real single woman and not a guy pretending to be.
Do it Thursday.
Are you not here tomorrow?
No, I will be. I just work at the comedy club on Thursday, so I'll put some effort into my appearance.
No. They can
it's all
call
good.
in at
Yeah,
first.
they're not
They can
looking
just
at you.
call in.
Oh,
Yeah, you can wear your Notre Dame stuff. I like Cole, but I think he does talk too much and takes over the conversation like Strode did. Seth.
I disagree with that.
Hold on.
I don't.
Seth is the man. Thanks, B.
I love Seth, too.
Thanks, B. But so is Cole. Dude, it's radio, you know?
No, it's
I
funny.
didn't
By
say
the way,
it. He said it.
It's funny that he asked Knizner the question about the neighborhood. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like his confidence that he felt I'm going to ask 2-3 questions.
4 or
I
5.
love it. I love it.
2, 3. What comedy club, by the way? Go ahead.
Helium in the Galleria.
Wasn't Jeselnik just there?
The
Yeah.
Galleria.
It was jam-packed in there, and he did a fantastic job.
So he was awesome?
Yeah.
Give me his best joke that you can say on the radio or edit for the radio.
His best joke.
That's tough. That's a tough question.
there has to be one really memorable
It's
one.
hard to do that, though.
I'm not gonna. Well, the first thing that he said when he walked out on stage was like, "I know why we're all here." Or like, I feel that it's my obligation as a stand-up comedian to give you my thoughts on trans people, and that was like his intro. And then he just made like one joke or something. But
Wow, what a great audience.
yeah,
Dude, there's a lot of material out there if you want to get down with it. Like,
Yeah.
there's a couple. I like when they just.
But that's his joke. The joke is that we're talking about it too much.
I like
the joke.
I like when comedians go up there and just stare at the crowd and start picking them apart and getting the crowd involved. And there's always somebody that acts like they're tough and gets rocked.
They
Or
are
some
good.
girl's like, I'm going to be nyeh. And the guy just bashes her and everybody's going I like that. Pick out the crowd. Although I was there with TJ Oshie one time and this guy was all over us so bad. The comedian. He wasn't even funny. No one was laughing. We were with a bunch of people and he's on me.
What was he saying?
Oh, he didn't even know. He knew that we're players, but he wasn't a hockey fan. And he's just, God, I don't remember. But he's getting too much, and he's chirping Osh. Then the girls we were with, he was starting to chirp a little bit. And then we're kind of looking at each other like, okay. But he wouldn't stop. And he wasn't funny. Like, no one was laughing.
Did you say anything back?
Oh, God, yes.
What were you saying?
Oh, Jimmy.
I'll bag you up.
Kind of. No, I'm pretty good. And I'm smiling, laughing. I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what I said. I can't. But I was around people. I had to show off a little bit. It is what it is. But it wasn't funny, and I was kind of turned off by it. Just so you know. I don't think I've been to a comedy club since.
I love it. It's great.
I like watching it. I'll go again. I had a weird time that time. It was weird. It's too much. No one laughed at him. It's really weird.
Well, then he's not a good comedian.
He wasn't good.
So it ruined your taste. For
He's just
the whole,
chirping
but it's great.
the whole time.
Why'd you go?
I don't know.
I mean, was he famous?
I don't remember.
Were you imbibing?
We were doing our thing, you know.
Charlie, do you like Hannibal Buress?
I do. He's the one that exposed Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah, so he's actually coming to the club on Friday. This just happened like literally last week, just out of nowhere he got added to the schedule. So I'll tell you what. If his shows aren't sold out by Friday, he may be doing press around St. Louis. Can
we? Book a guy. Oh,
I know.
Will that be the first one? Yeah, comedian. Get him in here.
If you want him in here, I can. And he's
in here.
Yeah, like in here, and he
9 o'clock hour.
He watches sports. He talks sports. He bets on sports.
Get him in.
All right,
get him in.
I'll try.
Cole here.
Cole here.
Hey, it's Cole. Huh, what?
I think that's the toughest thing. We've done this for a long time. These radio shows
at a high level.
You get a comedian in, and then it's generally like, okay, funny man, say funny things.
Yeah.
And some are really great at it because they know the drill. I've seen others struggle with it, where it's like, I mean, all of a sudden you're with, first of all, anyone in a morning show thinks they're funny. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden now it's like, okay, we're funny, but let's see what you got. It can't be the easiest thing for a comedian.
No, but like I don't like when they come on and put on the act. Just come in and be you as a person. And if I'd rather just get to know you. Like I want to know about the business and how you grinded it. You know, kind of like you do, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Grinder. You know who we can have on because he just dropped a special, which I watched I watched a lot of it.
Greg Warren.
Our guy Greg Warren has this special that he released on YouTube on that other comedian's channel. What's his name?
Bargatze.
Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
And
Bargatze.
A lot of it's about him and his job selling peanut butter back in the day.
Yeah.
And I've watched a good amount of it. It's very funny.